Big brother, it's big brother, it's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother, it's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. Unpass the gravy, bro.
What is going on, gang? Welcome back to another episode of Pass the Gravy, bro. We are recapping tonight's double eviction, and now we're down to the final five. And I don't know, what could be an exciting ending. We're
gonna be.
Like, I don't know. It was eventful, but not at the same time.
No, the rest of the season is written very plainly.
Is it? Do you still think Bowie Jane could win?
I mean, comp beast Bowie Jane. Fun fact. There are two people in this house that are left that have multiple HOHs. One of them is Jag, and one of them is Bowie. So if you call Jag a comp beast, you can't call Bowie not a comp beast.
There's only one person in this house that's won a tiebreaker.
Twice.
And they've done it twice.
Yeah.
Legends.
The Queen did it again. But yeah.
We'll start from the top.
Let's start from the top. What the fuck was with Blue's gloves? Those were bad.
It was a weird mixture of like trying to be like, I don't know if it was like the like trying to be like edgy Madonna, or if she was trying to be like classy tea time lady.
I would say, and it's going to be harsh, it was tea party trash.
Oh, so both. So it was both. But then it was like
both.
Paired with those shoes, it was just like, okay.
Yes, it was like someone was playing dress up.
That's all she does, though, is like she just does that. Like she just plays dress up. And then like it was like she thought that like she was a Comic-Con panel and they were there to like have like Bowie Jane just go off about the season. And it was like, right, guys? I mean, like, what do you think about this? Like, OMG, like kitty purr, y'all. And like her interview with Julie, I wrote down, was unbearable because just like shut up. Like every last fucking catchphrase she could fit in there. Like, all right, kitty purr, all right, girlies, you girlies know it. OMG, yeah.
Shout out to Jared.
Yeah. It was the literal opposite of Heisem's interview, where he was like terrible in the house, and then in his eviction interview he was like, oh, you're an enjoyable human. And like I started liking her in the house. I never heard DRs. Her DRs were always too much. But like I started liking, and then the interview happened and I was like, no.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
I just sent I texted y'all one of there's a tweet where somebody just like captured the little moment where Julie asked her if she was like surprised that she was their target, and she was like, she said the thing about like a player this good, she'd have to be a target sometime, and Julie's face is just
oh, that's what you think.
That's good.
But I feel like that's what we thought was going to happen, that if she got booted, would be like, yeah, this is because I'm the biggest threat. I'm the comp beast. I'm the, classic Blue.
Oh, yeah.
And like Julie was like spinning circle, like kind of like, well, what you're saying kind of contradicts that. And it was like, oh, girl, like you know how it is. I mean, I'm just in this house doing this and kitty purr. I was like, stop! You can't just catchphrase your way out of every conversation that you're having with Julie right now. Like, answer the fucking question.
No,
I feel like
she could. She tried.
I crushed that interview.
She's probably in the jury house right now being like, I think they're going to ask me that.
Did you hear America? They loved me. They were clapping for me. Well, they have an applause thing that tells them to applaud.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do it.
She probably was like, that interview slay.
I'm going to be the next legend.
What an iconic moment. Me. Kitty purr.
You like my outfit?
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
What you care about?
But I mean, that's all she cared about all season, though.
It's true. It's true.
And like
They're
to just
Danny
act,
Santos song fans.
to act that she wasn't like shocked, like she was pissed when they first started showing the house guests tonight when they first went to Julie. You could tell that, and it was like, oh no, I mean, I knew it was coming. No, you had no clue.
Well, she knew obviously. She
Like
dressed
right
up.
before, but
She put on her blue dress.
Felicia basically like threatened to like tell her that she was going.
Classic Felicia.
Yeah.
If she did, she's like, I'll give her a sympathy vote or this. But so yeah, we had 2 more unanimous votes tonight.
So stupid.
Blue I'm glad Blue's out of the house. I'm glad Blue's out of the house. I'm not looking forward to a
perfect
jury
timing.
segment.
Yeah, I don't want to see her in a jury segment, but like
now I don't want jury segments. I don't even care that Corey and America are in there. I don't want to see Blue anymore. I have to.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. Todd asked, do you think Blue is expecting to win America's vote? I assume he means America's favorite player. And I do think she absolutely expects that.
She's thinking she and Jared were like they're America's couple. They were so hot. Like,
hot showman.
OMG, there's probably like we are the new, like she doesn't know anybody that's the Big Brother couple. Never mind.
No, and I like that Julie didn't even ask about Blue. I mean, about Jared.
Yeah. I mean, in the same way that like Jared was like, Corey would never win a vote. You don't have the personality for it. Jared and Blue are currently 17 and 16, respectively, on Jokers. Meanwhile, America is 1, Corey is 2, Riley's 3, and Cameron is 4.
Well,
the
highest
rated person currently in the house is Suri. At 5.
Interesting.
I feel like
I wonder,
there's
indeed.
never been evicted house guests this high.
That just goes to show you, Blue.
Expect the unexpected. They always say.
I do wish she was coming like right out to know how much people don't like her.
No, I like it more that she gets to sit there because like now like that she doesn't have to think about the game. All she has to think about is the post-show fame that she's about to get and all the love and fame that she's having coming her way. And she's like, wait, you cleaned up your jizz with a Clorox wipe?
Oh, she knows that.
Did she?
She has to know that.
She probably told him to do it.
He probably was like, I cleaned it up, and like that's how I cleaned it up. And she's
no,
like,
but you know, like she just is gonna be like, well, America's wrong. Like she'll never be like,
they're not ready to handle this, kitty purr. They can't take these claws.
They don't get it. They're just old people who watch.
They're not besties, okay?
Yes.
They're not besties.
Not
OMG,
besties.
girl. Yeah. So, what else do we have? After I had one thing on America's vote. She on her pre-eviction speech said something about Jag's endless lap dance requests.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it was a joke.
We're full of inside jokes.
Yeah, because Team Brunette all the way. Don't remember that.
No, and I think they both use Jag's for shout outs.
Yeah. Team Brunette all the way, and I have no idea what that is in reference to. And then they both shouted out the same person.
Yeah, I think it was Jag's family.
Oh, okay. I guess I need to know all of their family members' names because they all shouted out and
every time they vote.
America said mommy's coming home to Jag's family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a joke.
It's all like inside jokes, and I think that they don't. Do they know when the cameras are turned off, like on eviction days, where they're like,
I don't know.
No,
they're
I
down
don't.
me.
I don't think
Then
they do.
Might assume
And
people know the joke.
But I watch them all the time, so maybe we do. But like we hear Jag shout out his family, and then like the way he like giggled, and then Blue did her family, and then forgot to do his family, and did his family.
Yeah, and it was awkward.
It was awkward.
It was awkward.
I thought she was about to like break and like cry, but it was just that she forgot the bit.
Yeah.
So that was the issue.
Problem number one. Red flag number one. Blue flag.
Blue flag. So America's gone.
No, blue's gone.
No, blue's gone. Then yeah, you're right. It was America's speech before Blue was evicted.
Just totally trashing Jag. What did you think was going to happen there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if she was saying. She knows what happens in jury house.
She knew it was a double eviction. She had to know, like,
yeah,
she wasn't safe. She doesn't have a week to plan.
But the way, I don't know, the way that she was talking, I guess this is jumping ahead episode, like, the way that she was talking to Matt about, like, please use it. I can't sit on the block. Like, I can't do this again. Just, like, please use it. Sounded like she actually had some hope she would be staying. That, like, Felicia would be going against her.
I thought that too. But then, like, her speech, it felt like she knew. She immediately started crying when Julie was like, your turn.
Oh, I think she really did know. It was just the way that she approached, and maybe that's part of her game. Or was like, if I pretend like I don't realize, then maybe.
Maybe I could trick him into thinking that that's not the plan. I'm alone.
They'll keep me. Keep me.
Womanly wonders or whatever.
Wilds.
My womanly wilds.
Oh yes.
And then I trick Matt into it, but didn't work.
While we're at it, Kenya wants to know what's on your forehead, Allison.
Not snowflakes. I took my makeup off for this one. Sorry.
She's a vampire.
You may have heard a story about my family, told in 4 parts.
We'll drag it out to 5. Movie version.
Yeah.
Did you want to answer it, or we don't have to?
Oh yeah, sure. It's Red Ribbon Week. It was Space Day at school, and then it was Mathoween tonight. So I didn't get home until really late, and I didn't have time to get it in. Just a lot of glitter, heavily packed on. Honestly, surprised it's lasted over 12 hours at this point. But I
liked that you kept with the theme, the earrings, and the ears.
Oh yeah,
because
my little frizzle earrings.
Very cool, yeah. And you said it was Mathoween, is what it was called?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, yeah, that's
a
great.
Cool name.
It's a Title I night, and it has to be curriculum based, and so we called it Mathoween. And every grade level had a table set up, and the kids trick or treated, but they had to play a math game in order to get their candy. Or
like super easy math.
Are they required to go, or just
No. It's just a family engagement night. So they are not required to go. No, honestly, they weren't super easy games. We had our kids, because they could get candy or like slap bracelets or slinkies or like sticky hands.
You know, slap bracelets, you know what they mean. That's what, right? It was like the sex
Those were other bracelets. Nope. Those were the thin plastic ones that were different colors.
From Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the black one means this, the red one means this, and if you pull the red one, that means they have to do that. It's like, who? What?
Yeah, if you broke somebody's black one, you had to have sex.
Yeah, you had to.
You had to.
Those are the laws back in the day. Like parents are like, oh my God, did you hear that? Like, Mom, nobody's doing that. That's not a thing. Who told you?
I had so many of those bracelets. I like wore them like up to here, like halfway to my elbow. And thank God my dad was just so busy at work all the time. Because if he had ever asked me that question, I first of all would have been, that was not why I had so many. But also, I would have had to have had that conversation where I was just like, oh, nobody's actually doing that. Oh,
it's just a joke, Dad. Oh, yeah.
He said, wait, nobody did that. Okay, back to the show.
Yes.
Back to the show. That could be us quick.
Speaking of hard games, apparently tonight's HOH super hard.
Very difficult.
I will tell you, I got all of them correct.
She was
I
awesome.
missed all. No, I only missed the first one. I got every other one.
Why was it so hard for them?
I don't know.
What's hard for Boy Jane?
I mean, it kind of was.
Wasn't she nailed it? Comp piece Boy Jane, like I've always said.
She won.
I even got the math right.
She tied with 4. I did too. I went. Well, I didn't get the exact answer. I rounded it. I knew it was over. Wasn't it
2 hours?
2 hours is what I did. Yeah.
2,000 or 100.
Yeah.
But why was it so hard for them? Why? How did they let Bowie Jane win? Were they all throwing it? Except America. She looked so bummed.
Well, I
She was
think
like
that
melting in her stall.
She knew what happened.
yeah, I think she knew. I guess Matt and Jag had talked about throwing it to Bowie Jane. Well, I guess Jag couldn't have thrown it. But like I don't think that.
That was basically the math that Emma did, Todd.
Yeah.
2 hours and 7,200 seconds.
Yeah.
Strawberry wants to know
times
when we find out
60.
who the new HOH is. We're probably tomorrow when we wake up, I guess.
Yeah,
People
likely.
They usually do.
Because I don't think.
We could tomorrow, but I would imagine they'll probably do it overnight.
I hope so. I do like Allison's 5 a.m. text and telling us who HOH is.
Because I'm up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
all right.
that you're awake, so that's why I just said
Yeah.
that. I don't care.
But yeah, it was a good HOH comp. I felt like that's the third picture matching.
And we could play
type
along
thing.
at home. It was
Yeah.
quick. It wasn't agonizing.
But see, it's those that they could do those, and that's not giving anybody oh well, Jag has the advantage on all these comps. Not really, not on that. And Jag couldn't even play in those, so it was
That one was fair and
yeah,
square.
it was a fair comp.
Yeah.
Everybody that thinks that there aren't really fair comps this season. Bowie and the Queen wins it again, and it was pretty funny because we were in our group chat all right, who's going up? Is
We're all
it
leaning towards
Suri,
Suri.
Felicia, or Suri or Felicia in America? And they were you're probably Felicia in America, and it was Felicia in America, and yeah, that's Bowie Jane just basically being Matt and Jag's pawn there,
Absolutely.
playing
Yeah,
right in their hands.
She's just doing his bidding.
Comp beast, but she is the puppet. And who would have thought that when they were talking about, hey, we're just gonna beast this again? I think it was Cam. They were actually talking about how they were the strongest comp threats in the house. They should have added Bowie to that list because Matt, Jag, and Bowie. Who won the most comps out of it? Who won the most comps? Jag. Who won the second most? Not Matt.
No, I know.
Matt.
That's why it's funny. No, Matt has won the same amount because he won 2 vetoes. But vetoes, I guess, aren't as important as.
That Fun America vote or game.
2 vetoes. You're
That's
right.
true. But does that count as winning a comp?
But HOHs are more powerful, and Bowie has 2.
Yeah.
So.
It's the one.
No, I agree. I just think that it's so funny because for the entire season, we've been laughing about when she's going to wake up and Casey the rest of this. And with this cast being so bad at competitions, she has. She's woken up in Casey. Compared to the rest of them, she sure the fuck has.
I called it.
Sure is.
I called it. Remember that I was the only one when no one believed in Bowie.
I feel like she
earlier
has
this
to win
season.
another
I was
one.
the one that said she
Was.
was puppies.
She's my only one left.
But you had to root for her because you drafted her. She's been my queen since I decided she was my
liked her. She was on my list. She was my number 8.
You hated her. You said her stupid accent. You were making fun of her.
Those are my words.
Both of you
That
hated
was
her.
it.
I was championing our queen.
What if she doesn't win again? Do you still say she Casey'd out?
Yeah.
No. How?
Because
if somebody wins more than she does aside from Jag, then yeah.
Yeah.
But what if
somebody else is gonna Casey out? Jag's gonna Casey out.
What if it's the whole thing where I just saw somewhere that somebody compared, I think they compared Jag to Casey and Matt to Tyler, but what if Bowie was Casey and Matt was Tyler. And Matt like takes Bowie to the end and is like, I'm gonna beat her. And then she wins.
I just couldn't watch the show anymore.
Oh, I'm a comp based.
Repeat.
Oh, I'm a comp based, and that's not right there. That's not.
I don't know. I just decided I want to play the game. No.
Thomas in the chat says, I love those comps. Talking about the HOH guy, he said, we're guaranteed to get Julie yelling to lock in the answer. And Suri just does not give a fuck about locking in.
Couldn't care less.
Like, at one point, she's just hanging out there like, oh, me, yeah, you're right. It's like, Suri, lock it up, bitch. Like, let's go.
I do like that those cards were double-sided, but every single time Felicia was like, and turned it around, and it was like, you don't have to, sweets. Like, they're double-sided. You can see the
They are the same.
It felt like they were really struggling with only 3 cards, so it's like.
They were large cards.
Yeah, but they're also all different colors. Like, you didn't have to see the letter to know which one it was.
And it wasn't like they mixed up the movies. It was always Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not super creative with stuff. I get that it's hard to make all the photoshops, and the photoshops were good.
I love that.
But it was like the moviness didn't really change much. And it was like, you could have come up with so many different things with the pictures.
Mostly Heisem and that little hat.
Heisenheimer is a great name.
I bet he loved that.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
I had to turn away from my microphone. But it went really loud.
So we have our HOH and Bowie, who nominates Felicia in America. Then the ball competition we got for the veto comp.
We got our first glance at Matt's teleprompter. I was very excited.
It was very exciting.
We stand in accommodation.
Yeah, twice.
Missed it, yeah. But I do enjoy that comp, and that was kind of, we were talking about what they could have for the.
Wait. If we're going to talk about Bowie, Deanna Comp Beast, tell me why the first ball she dropped was not a competition.
To be fair, they didn't specify. They didn't specify that it wasn't the tiny little balls, and maybe she thought, I don't know. She's from Australia. Things are upside down there. Things are upside down there. How's she supposed to know? Candy, popcorn, candy. Maybe that's what she thought.
I did think at first, because you couldn't see any on top. I was like, well,
yeah.
That was the first time she was the first person to get one in.
I thought, maybe there's different sizes because it's, different levels of difficulty. But then everyone else had a big ball, and I was like, oh.
Well, and like when people curse stuff, they click out, and you can't hear any audio for a second. Like they did that for a period of time, and it was almost like they were telling Bowie hey, wrong. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
She immediately would have done it again.
That would. But how funny would that have been? She just grabs all the losers. No.
It's like, this is quite easy.
Oh, I thought it was only 4. I've got 15.
Well, that was when Julie said that they needed to fill their straw and that it would be 4. That's when I was like, oh, it can't be those. It has to be something else.
Yeah, because initially when she was the first person to do it, because she didn't have to dig through anything, she just grabbed the first one.
To be fair,
it was okay, that looks a little small, but still.
Was either this color or the orange, and the popcorn maybe looked like that to her. And she thought,
is
that's
colorblind? Because that maybe.
A lot of Australians are colorblind. People don't know
the
that.
Size of it, the sheer size. And that Serene knocked out 2 on the ground, so she saw.
Yeah, but Matt had his waiting. Matt had his lined up. You could see at the very end he had the 4 ones ready to go. And then Jag just.
It was rigged.
Either threw it or was just on the struggle bus there.
No accuracy there.
No depth perception whatsoever.
I have no depth perception. That is difficult. But it does not help anyone else. The sheer fact that so Matt beasted this comp in the last double. I don't like that it's the exact same veto comp as the last double.
I agree.
Where they had to get the 3 different tools from inside of something. And like, I don't like that. There are other good veto comps for doubles. Ian Terry's puzzle.
Ooh,
or like that maze was really good, and it was especially with it, like made them go backwards, like very intense. So I don't like that they did the exact same one, especially with how much Matt killed it by on that. You're doing the exact same comp with the exact same players. You know who's gonna win. And then they made it even more where it was like, instead of just putting something in, let's give it something to do where having the reach of
giant
like
swimmer arms of
a giant swimmer would only make it easier because he dropped it from a lower height.
Right, his hand was like in the straw.
Yeah, basically in the tube. I did see a tweet that was like, man, Matt's really good at things where he just has to go back and forth in one lane.
I bet he feels so proud of himself.
I mean, he had to win something at this point to kind of help out with everything Jag had been doing.
And I bet he won't stop talking about it to Jag. And Jag's probably like, yeah, dog, I've won like 8.
But they could have done, like, if the end game is supposed to make things more difficult, like that comp that Cliff Hogg won to come back from Camp Comeback a couple of years ago, where it was more like, didn't you like balance a ball and get it to a spot where it was like you got like 3 tries, and when you like you could stop if you were happy with your number, but you could try it 3 times. Like that would be so fast. Like boom, go. Yeah. You get 3 tries and we're done. That's like 1 minute. Yeah. And then who had the highest score? That's it, done. You win.
Yeah.
Like that would be so easy, and that'd be a little bit different. And like we haven't seen that comp in a little bit, and I that doesn't seem like that'd be very hard to set up at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been, or like even
it was built for a 2 comp episode for that episode specifically.
Yeah, but I mean, like even the like crapshoot ones where they golf or like just roll a ball down the platform, and like what was the like the comp that they did for the vote thing, the power that Matt won, except like he moved the table, but the ones where they do it where you just roll it down the line.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you can either get it at the very end or the highest number wins.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, honestly, for crapshoot competitions, I'm not a huge fan of them, and I understand they have to throw a couple of those in each season, but I would be fine if the crapshoot competitions were like exclusively for double evictions, because I like the chaos factor that goes into that, as opposed to where we have like a full week of just Felicia that's in HOH because she hit a golf shot. Like I would rather have, they were HOH for 45 minutes, but like that person never gets to be HOH, and that was crazy. Yeah. Like I like when the HOH just flips around like that, not where you're like, I don't want to watch a whole week of a Felicia HOH, even though it wasn't the worst. It's like, it should be crapshoot so chaos can go down.
The argument for the other way, though.
No, me too. But I would like at least like one to be the crapshoot, because you just don't know, like anybody kind of has an opportunity to take a shot.
Especially this one where everyone had playing the veto.
Yeah. I think crapshoots aren't my absolute favorite when there's a lot of people, but when you get down and it's like they're really heavy in the game and like they need a certain strategy to work, or they like have a plan of like, okay, I'm HOH, you gotta win veto, and like, or like this person's physical, this person's mental, and we're gonna like, we've got this team, so like we got a good shot at winning the veto, and then crapshoot, fuck their plans.
Yes.
Like that. That's
Andrew says he hates the crapshoot comps. Like I get your argument for that, make them play and win, not to get lucky.
Sometimes.
That's the beauty of like a double, where it's like, somebody's gonna make a decision. You're like, oh shit, you won. And like,
what do I do now?
It was pretty chaotic.
But like, I love like America running to Matt, like, use the veto on me, please use the veto on me, please use the veto on me. Like, I love like seeing that scramble, and it's like when you have people like Bowie that can win competitions, and if it's a crapshoot competition, like, you get a little bit of that scrambling. I like that.
Yeah, because like I think And I also feel like that is why I complain about doubles sometimes, is that they waste it's like they get out someone that you don't need to get out in a double.
Yes.
They like waste the double on someone. Yeah. And I think a lot of times that is because something happened where the plan was interrupted and there was like a crapshoot, or like the target won the veto. But it's fun to watch in the moment. It's just like, well, like, and even though like they get wasted a lot, it's still like, all right.
It's still a whole night or a whole week of Big Brother in one night.
This is definitely better than the first veto, the first double eviction they did, because that was Cam and Jared, right?
Yeah, and neither went home.
And right, it was just like, oh, also, and then we're gonna have a bye week, so hey, we had a really shitty double, and now we're not gonna do shit for a week, so have fun with that. Yeah, we evicted people. We didn't really evict people though.
They're zombies.
It's a double, but actually, it's a none.
It's a not double, and then one of them is going to be re-evicted next week.
To have
less people went home than normal during that double.
That is true. And to switch, like, you would think this would be the weekday zombie because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
No, they don't plan ahead like that.
They didn't.
We're still in the Scrambleverse because zombies are done. Scrambleverse, it's like week 3 of Scrambleverses now.
Last week was Comic Verse.
Right, well, but we had Scrambleverse randomly happen before too, so I think we got 3 weeks now. I don't know.
Every time I nod with like agreement, these things go wild, and then they start hitting the back of the headphones, and I can hear them vibrating, and it's really throwing me off.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So yeah, Matt does not use the veto. It's America and Felicia still on the block, and that is another unanimous vote for America to leave. So she gets to bang Corey in the jury house.
That's true. In front of, well, not me. Hopefully not in front of, but like Cam's gonna full no.
Ooh, that's true.
And Blue is also gonna be furious because she's not gonna get to be with her boo, with her man's kitty purr. This girly is not happy.
I do have a question about this. She and Jared kind of broke up-ish, but they literally had the conversation where he told her, well, we're not breaking up because we were never dating.
Oh, God. And she's still like, hey, boo.
And she hasn't talked about him in quite some time. And then America and Corey became official, and now...
That's true.
Hey, boo, Jared. What up, boo?
Peanut butter and jealous.
Yeah.
I think so. Or like she noticed that they were getting time. I think that they probably got asked some questions in the DR about the showmats, and that like clues them into like what's getting airtime.
Yes.
She just realized that they like showmances on this show. So she's like, fuck. I should have really played up my showmance with Jared.
But also, so the question was, did she not find out that he was like full cheating on someone outside?
I feel like he hinted at it, but like I don't know if he flat out said like, I'm dating he's like, yo, I got this girl. Remember there was that weird weekend where it was like, you know, sometimes females gotta know, like, you know, if I'm not in the same city as her, I got my needs. And people were like, what a fucking scumbag. And he was kind of just talking about like how he's cheated in the past. And I think, like, I don't know if he was justifying like that to her. It was a weird combo to watch. And I just remember like I like tuned out of it, and then it was just watching clips of it.
Maybe she's just into that.
Maybe she's just into it. And maybe I think she's young, and they're both young.
She's really into cucking other women.
If anyone in that house was, wouldn't you think it'd be her?
No, that's fair.
I just like the homewrecker of the group. Like, oh my God, girly, why are you making such a big deal about it? It was just on national TV.
Me doesn't mean that I'm a bad person.
You used Clorox wipes. It wasn't even a big deal.
I feel like they full had conversations because they both had someone on the outside, but hers was like, we were talking and then I found out I was on. So like, we kind of were like, okay, we need to hold off on this. Meanwhile, wasn't he like living with?
I think so. Like she has his dogs running his social, and I think they've been together for many, many years.
Yeah. So
and, like she knows Sari.
Yeah. So like she, I think, does know. He did tell her that, and now at this point, I think it's just like cruel. At some point, to be like, he's my man. Nobody does my man. And like,
nobody
I also think Blue's just kind of dumb.
Like it feels mean. I don't know. Yeah. And she's only doing it because she's jealous, which is just like, yeah, which is, it makes me like us.
Yeah. I agree.
Thomas in the chat says it's been established that it's not cheating with the case of Ross versus Rachel from Friends if they're on a break.
I think that was pulled the other way. I think it still was.
Well, that depends on who's
in the situation. Yeah, because in my mind, no.
And it's like
Ross didn't cheat.
Am I Team Jared or Team Blue? I don't want to be team any of them.
I'm team neither. I'm also team breaks are dumb.
Yeah.
You don't go on a break. It's you pre-breakup.
Have you ever heard of this? Like break is just short for breakup. You guys ever heard that one before?
I haven't.
My high school boyfriend and I went on a break for a month before we like actually broke up.
Just a trial run.
And because I literally told him that another guy who he did not like, because this guy hit on me a lot because it was high school, and high school dudes hit on everything. He did not like that this guy hit on me, but like we talked, we were friends, and he was like, I was like, he just like in talking, like he's just made me feel more special than you have. So I don't know if you really want to be in this. And I put his ass on a break, and then I broke up with him a month later because a break is a breakup.
A break is a breakup.
You wanted to stream along for just a little bit.
Cut him a little bit, and then you slit his throat.
I wanted him to come crawling back.
Right? I want you to want
me. And he didn't, so I said, okay.
See ya. See you never.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back to you,
it's yours. And that's how you know. It's for keeps, yeah.
And that's how you know that
why I turned really red while saying all of that.
Ready and willing to give you more than what a girl wants.
What a girl needs. Whatever makes you happy.
And sets you free. Alex? No. I was like, am I blushing? Am I not in on this?
No, I turned red because he does know everyone involved.
We were in the same high school. We hung out. We were friends.
For a minute, I thought it was you.
No, we never dated. He knows, I think, he might know everyone involved without.
Me and Allison were mean girls about everybody. We would just talk shit about everybody.
We sure did.
We bonded in similar hates. Similar hates bonds a lot of people, and I think that's like very underrated characteristic. Like you hate a lot of the same people and things I hate. Hey, let's go with that.
It. Similar hates, and then
like just don't start like a group. Like we didn't start like a hate group.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy. We didn't have a hate group.
Fuck that bitch. Like she talks shit.
We just had nothing else to do, so we talked shit while going on long rides to certain appointments that people had to go to for choices at a Taco Bell.
She's talking about probation. I was not charged. I was initially charged with that. Not even.
Well, yeah, I know because we've had trouble.
It's been expunged.
Hey, minors. Being a minor, not minors.
Let's talking crimes, everybody. That's us talking crimes. I guess that was the end of the episode, though.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who's HOH. That's the shitty part of the double eviction. We're like, oh, but now what?
Also, did we hear America say she loves Corey? Like, did she say like?
She said it in the goodbye message, and they edited it out.
They want to get that in the jury segment.
They said it to each other before they were evicted, and she said it in the goodbye message, and they edited it out because they didn't play the footage of them saying it to each other. So I think they're saving it for a jury segment. I mean, I think that they probably were trying to save it maybe for an actual like episode, but now it has to be a jury segment.
Not have said it to each other. I don't.
Actually, I didn't tell Alex's business. I specifically didn't say the words.
I told Alex's business.
And it was Chilean miners were at a Taco Bell, and I saved them, but I was bad guy.
Yeah, but okay, so like back to the episode. Yes, stop. I'll be pissed if Jag is HOH again. Somebody earlier said we're about to go into the third consecutive week of a Jag HOH.
Woo!
Yeah, very likely.
I'm here for it.
And Todd. It was Todd a couple minutes ago saying it's not possible for Jag to have 3 straight weeks of nearly unbroken HOH power.
And that's how you win the game.
It is. I mean, this is the Survivor method where you just got to win something. And he's getting to that point where it's like, final 5 is this the week that the veto basically means like you choose who goes home?
It's next week.
Is it next
week?
Week?
4.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's the HOH, the 2 noms, and then 1 vote to it.
So theoretically, like if he wins this week, all he's got to do is win veto next week. He's fine anyways. And
yeah. Well, I think
the point was they had to get Jag out before he got to play in all the veto comps, and the fact that they missed that, like that's the biggest not get all season.
Yeah. I texted y'all literally what I think is going to happen the rest of the season. Jag HOH, Bowie and Felicia on the block, Felicia evicted. And then it's going to be a Matt HOH. And it's going to be Bowie and Suri noms. And with Jag being the sole vote, he's going to evict Suri. And it's going to be a Jag, Matt, Bowie final 3. Where Jag's going to take Bowie.
I'm going to agree, except that I don't think it'll be a Matt HOH. I think it'll be a Bowie Jane HOH.
Comp beast. And then
I didn't think about that, and I was like, oh, just depends what it is.
I think it'll be a Bowie HOH.
And then, like,
I'm fine with that. That's fine.
She can only win.
She's not going to win the game.
What if she won 2 more HOHs?
She can't.
No,
she could.
Yeah, she could win the next one, and she could win the final HOH.
She could win 4 and 3. Yeah.
And this coming one, but she could win next week's HOH.
She could win 2 back-to-back HOHs.
Wouldn't that be 4 HOHs? You're going to take that knife to the final 2?
She still couldn't win. She could do it.
That's not a win. It's a win.
I won when I had to win.
She still wouldn't win.
I was on the outs the whole season.
She wasn't. She doesn't think she was on the outs.
I was laying low. That's what I got.
Is she Victoria? Is she a combination of Victoria and Casey? Where she thinks she has
Victoria AC?
I don't see the Casey yet.
She's winning comps. You just won tonight. What do you have to see? It's in front of
you. She is tied for the most HOHs.
Most HOHs. All season.
It wouldn't be impressive on any other season.
Any other season.
How has Jag only had 2?
Because he's won a fuckload of vetoes.
Yeah, I think he's just vetoes.
4 vetoes. I have it. Don't worry. 2 HOHs, 5 vetoes.
Oh, he wasn't HOH before?
I have 2.
He just had 2 in a row.
Jared had 2 HOHs.
Yeah, but he's not in the game anymore.
No, but I'm just not like impressed.
Where's Bean?
Yeah, Bean. Give us some stats. The ages.
But yeah, and then I was saying to Emma during the comp, the HOH comp that Bowie won, that like Suri was so close right there. It came down to her, Matt, and Bowie Jane. And I was like, this is really what Suri needs if she's going to be at the end game. Because like she's got it, I think, depending on how the game plays out. I thought like going into that not knowing that America was about to go next. Because I was like, you know, if Suri wins, then she can take the shot at Jag. Jag's gone. Then Matt can crumble at that point, and Suri could get there and beat Jag. Or Suri could get there and beat Matt and be like, well, I got Jag out. I got the biggest threat after Cameron in the game out. I directed the beginning of the game. Like she would have a good end game.
Yeah, if there was no Jag.
There. And I was like, this is something that Suri really needs. He's like, you need to have at least one comp win to me to be like, I won when I had to win something.
Has anyone won without a single comp win?
Dr. Will.
Okay, well.
They didn't have vetoes.
Didn't they?
I feel like they didn't. Maybe they did.
It maybe was before like the golden power of veto, but I think they had. So like if you won veto, you could have been nominated.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't win any of those, I don't think.
But like, but I mean, like, okay, I feel like Dr. Will doesn't even count in this because he's not a regular player.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like nobody is Dr. Will, and I honestly I don't think Dr. Will would have won in today's Big Brother.
No, he wouldn't have. He was too mean, and the jury would have been like, you hurt me feelings.
Those snowflakes.
That's what they would do.
Both of you.
We watched Survivor today, so we're used to that.
I feel like the switch happened in season 19.
Paul's season?
Yeah. That was the first time they were like, someone is mean and they're not going to win.
Who did Vanessa vote for to win?
Liz.
She voted for Liz because she was mad at Steve.
She was the turn.
She was the turn.
Because if she won better, she would have respected that game and she would have voted for Steve.
That's true. She was BFF with Liz. And Liz was getting molested. That's a bold statement. I take that back.
Liz should not have been in the final two.
No.
Right.
Liz was the goat.
Steve made the move when he needed to make a move.
Slaughter.
Steve did the Andy Heron game.
Which is great. Worked well for him. But like I think Vanessa was the turn of that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Start of a bitter jury.
Yeah.
Because even like Derek's season, it was wild that like it wasn't an exciting season gameplay wise, but like they would have blow-ups that Derek would be like, nope, you know what? Everybody, let's get over here. Let's just talk it out. Let's talk it out. And like then the whole house would be like, did you say like he caught like Zach Rance? He's like, bro, like I'm hearing you're saying this. He's like, I did say that. He's like, that's not true. That you know that? He's like, I know it's not true. I was just saying that because I was trying to get so and so to vote for so and so. And he's like, okay, cool. And like that'd be the end of it. You're like, well, we called that out, and it's kind of like the opposite of this season where everybody's just telling secrets, but then everybody's telling everybody's secrets that they were just told. It was just more out in the open. Like, I'm gonna call you out right now, and you're gonna have to tell the whole house. So like, do it now. Like, don't talk shit, or we're gonna have you tell the whole house about it.
Yeah.
And I thought that kind of like kept it in check, even though like there was like Frankie and Zach drama at one point. There was drama with Caleb and was it Amber?
Amber. There was Dak and Nicole drama.
That's true. Fruit Loop Dingus.
Yeah, Fruit Loop Dingus.
There was Christina and Nicole drama.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's Christina and Cody drama on the outside.
Christina got booed.
She got booed, and then they got rid of booing, and that's why Blue didn't get booed tonight.
That's why so many people haven't gotten booed is because she got booed, and they were like, "We shouldn't do this."
Like, boo.
Remember when they almost let them boo Jackson? Instead, they
should have.
Julie grill him immediately.
Here's your
in the house.
Yeah. Here's all your money. How did you feel about being misogynistic and this and this and this and this? And he's like,
what do you have to say about your racist gameplay?
That's right. Also, tell us about the cheating and all the eating you did in the shower when you were a have-not.
Yeah.
Who would have though to just like straight up just take the check and be like, I'm not fucking talking to this game again. I get the CBS might not have wanted to ask him back, but like he could have probably got on the challenge.
Yeah, true.
Jackson would be perfect for the challenge. He'd be so mad at people all the time. He'd be the new like CT or was it Abraham from the good old days?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just up and I'm just watching this loop over and over and over again. Somebody clipped the very beginning of the veto comp where they all run and jump into the popcorn. Felicia goes completely under and is unseen for a very long 8 seconds. Just like she immediately goes in and is under, and you don't see her for at least 8 seconds.
I would love to see that.
Allison, it's just reading in my bedroom.
Wait. Yeah.
Wow.
No, she's still under there.
She stays under for so long.
Yeah, like Matt is back by the time she even gets out.
Yeah, he's like lapping her while she's coming up for air.
Oh man.
And she doesn't even really get up by the time he's back. It's just her head pops up.
It is, and like
that's pretty great.
She's wearing bright blue, so you would see her if she came up. You don't.
She's
like a full 8 seconds.
She's just
Final 5.
Watching it on a loop was really getting me. I was trying to take what you were saying seriously, but I'm crying.
It's so good. Oh, poor Felicia.
It's so
good.
She's like, tumbled right in there. Last one in, last one out.
She like swings her legs in, and
it sinks. It's like quicksand.
Pops in.
Whoop.
We'll retweet that at Pass You A Bro. Go check it out
So
on our Twitter.
I need somebody to edit it and put the sound from Titanic of the old lady dropping the necklace at the whoop.
Begin on that.
Alex is really good at that impression.
Yeah. Put a whoop as she goes in.
Only in my memories.
It's really good at it.
Oh God. Oh, I need it to happen so bad.
Oh man, and her bald head just pops out like it's one of the balls.
It's like one of the darker balls.
No, it's just like, yeah, I tried this. Also, I tried to grab it and drop it in his throat. That's a pretty solid way to end the night.
We did it.
That's it. That's a solid double eviction recap. I think we're gonna take the week off next week.
We will be here.
Well, but like probably not gonna do the Sunday episode.
Can't we not?
We're just gonna skip it.
I feel like that was the plan anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and say we're gonna skip it. We'll be back not this Sunday, but maybe the following Sunday. Yeah, just Sunday before now is the stuff.
Okay.
Then, so we'll do that.
A week from Sunday.
A week from Sunday, we'll be back. I know this is like the worst time of the season to kind of take off. At least it's not the following. That would be the worst. Like, we're not gonna have a final one. Sorry, guys. Thanks for hanging with us.
Last year we postponed our honeymoon so we could do the finale.
We did. So we owed you guys that. So you guys got to give us a week off this year,
right before finale.
At least it's not finale week. That would suck.
Yeah, it's just things are happening.
And we made Allison work during Red Ribbon Week.
That's true.
So like you deserve
that
it.
Doesn't.
On Mathween.
On Mathween? I'm sorry I made you podcast on Mathween.
So many times where there's actually something that like we have to do, like a curriculum night or a math night or a reading night or an open house or something, and I end up just coming here right after. I don't say that in a way that's like, look at how hard I work for this. I just feel
I mean, there's times where like it is a side thing we do, like a hobby we do. We don't make money off of this podcast. So it's like there's times where like when shit gets in the way, we're like, not yet. That's for next season, right? But yeah, like, so we gotta. This is bad scheduling. Big Brother's usually not going on in October, November.
Right? That's why those fucking feed updates have stopped because I don't know them right now. No time for them. Sorry.
Happens, guys. We will talk to you guys a week from Sunday. I'm at Alex J. Middleton on all socials. Emma is at Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Emma Lawler on Instagram. Allison is at Affable Allison on Twitter and at Almar7490 on Instagram. Follow us at Pass Grady Bro on all socials. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you aren't already, what are you doing? Go subscribe to it, Pass Grady Bro. Just search it on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast. Hit play on both, please. give us those numbies. We will talk to you guys after Sunday, a week from Sunday. And Ashley reminds everybody, go out and vote. If you're in the Houston area, vote for me for mayor. And then have a great week.
Really running for mayor? That's real?
Yeah.
Moving on up.
I would absolutely vote for you. I thought it was a joke. I'm so into this.
I mean, initially it was.
We've done no
It's $35. It's $35. You can register to vote or register to run for.
Did you submit your form?
Oh, I submitted the form. Yeah.
Are you on the ballot?
If I got on by that one form, yes. If not, I did not fill out other forms. I'm always a write-in candidate.
Write it in. His name is
I
Alex.
need you.
Just write
You're
Alex.
not supposed to have your camera to take pictures, but I need you to take a picture of your name on the ballot, please.
Just write Alex.
Well, the thing is how you do it with the high school, like,
you.
guy from high school?
Taco Bell
Taco Bell guy? Those minors?
Wait, middle fuck?
Classic.
All right, guys. Have a great week. We'll talk to you all week from Sunday. Always remember, Cascade.
Big brother, it's big brother. It's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother. It's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. On past the gravy, bro.